rappers' careers, but I make dollars because I'm all about the fiscal year. Yeah.
How's it going, guys? My name's DJ, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys my best classes for League Play Champion Series. And basically, I did a video like this a couple months back, and it got the best response of any video I've ever done, ever. It got 150 plus likes and 15,000 plus views, which was sweet. And I got a lot of comments saying like these setups are bad because they're outdated. I got a lot of people complaining that I wasn't a master, so I didn't know what I'm talking about, and I got a lot of people saying do a new one. So I'm gonna do an updated one for you guys, and I am master. Obviously that is not like where I should be at. As you can see here, my best is rank 12 master, so yeah. But so yeah, I'm gonna go over these classes because I think they've changed quite a bit. I'm gonna go over Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, and CTF all in one video. So let's get to it. So starting off with my Search and Destroy classes, Search and Destroy is my favorite game mode, and I feel like I'm the best in it. I feel like I perform the best in it out of the three. And so I think my classes are pretty good. So I'm just going to start with the AN94 Custom 1. Basically, I use the AN94 with Reflex Sight, Adjustable Stock, and Full Metal Jacket with lightweight, toughness, and awareness and dead silence. Basically, you guys are going to see a trend on my Search and Destroy classes. On every class I run toughness, and on every class I run dead silence. So dead silence is a must. Awareness is very, very useful indeed. As well. Like, I would never substitute one for the other. Well, I mean, I guess I would. If I had to only run one, I'd run dead silence. But you want to pair them together if you can at all times. The only one class that I do not have awareness on is my rushing class for the MSMC, because I want to get from point A to point B as quick as possible. And, I'll have the jump on people, so I don't really need to hear them coming or anything like that. But yeah, so I like the AN94. It's a solid mid-ranged assault rifle. The reflex sight helps me see a little bit better. Adjustable stock is necessary for me on assault rifles, and FMJ is oh my gosh, FMJ is so helpful, guys. I mean, I hardly ever see anybody run FMJ, and the fact of the matter is that FMJ is so viable. Like, you use it so much more than you realize. People take cover behind like everything. It makes head glitches just so ineffective, and it's just super helpful. I definitely recommend it. I honestly can't say enough about it. Just definitely do it. It'll change your opinion on many things about this game. But yeah, that is my first class. My second class is my M8 class. I use the M8A1 with Reflex Sight, Adjustable Stock, and the B23 is my secondary. Perk 1 Flak Jacket, Perk 2 Toughness, Perk 3 Dead Silence and Awareness with a Frag Grenade. So this class is my long-range assault rifle class, as you could guess. I like the Reflex Sight again because the M8 has terrible iron sights in my opinion, so the Reflex definitely a necessity on this class, as well as the stock, just because strafing's the way to go. If you can aim down sight, you should 9 times out of 10, and so stock allows you to do that more often and be penalized less for it. Perk 1 is Flak Jacket. This is a long range class, and so people love to lob nades in SnD, and this is just going to make it so if I try and get naded out of like a head glitch spot, it's not going to happen. Perk 2 is Toughness. It'll help me especially at long ranges when gunfights. And then Perk 3, I have Dead Silence and Awareness. Again, this is just great in case people are sneaking up on me, or in case I'm trying to get to a point, or just walking at all. Dead Silence is pretty much necessary. And then the B23, the M8 isn't that great at close range, and so I usually switch to that if I have to go into a super close range situation. Also, the M8 has kind of a lengthy reload, so the B23 is an extra 5 bursts that's pretty helpful. Next up is my MSMC class. So this class is a lot different than what it was before my other video. And basically, I use the MSMC with Long Barrel and Full Metal Jacket, Lightweight Toughness, Extreme Conditioning, Dead Silence Grenade, and Concussion. So Long Barrel is a lifesaver, guys. Like, I can't explain how much I'm in love with Long Barrel. Like, I never even thought about it before. I never was like, you know, that is actually going to make a difference, but it really does. I get the long range kills, it takes like a bullet less, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're only hitting a few bullets of your clip when they're at super long ranges, it, you know, changes like the world. So that's super helpful. Full Metal Jacket, again, is just so helpful to spray through things or just, you know, get hit markers on people, like if you think they're behind something. Also, you can shoot through the bomb easier with it. It's just very, very helpful for Search and Destroy. If you do not want to use FMJ, you refuse to use it, I recommend either Quick Draw or Extended Clip. And if you are a sprayer, Laser Sight, that's also a good option. But yeah, Extreme Conditioning because I want to get from point A to point B as quick as possible. Grenade because starting grenades in this game are ridiculously helpful. And Concussion because, you know, on maps like Express where you need to stun the enemy if you're rushing down by B-bomb, it's, you know, super helpful and you're at a disadvantage if you don't have one. Alright, my Scorpion Evo class. This class is like a more aggressive MSMC class. It's more close range, obviously, so I did not put on Extreme Conditioning there because I'm going to be checking corners. I'm going to be sitting in rooms with this class. I'm going to wait for people. And I use Extended Clip and Long Barrel. Long Barrel, again, because if people are at long ranges, it's going to save my life. And Extended Clip because the Scorpion has a pretty long reload and has a really short clip because of its rate of fire. And so you don't want to lose you know, any gunfights because you run out of ammo, so that's just kind of a precaution that I take. I use lightweight, toughness, dead silence, and awareness, grenade, and concussion. So basically, the only thing that I would recommend changing on this class if you want to is you can take off the grenade and concussion since you're not going to be rushing as hard, and you can put on lightweight and flak jacket, so you're pretty much immune to grenades, so people can't grenade you out of rooms or anything like that. And my last class is my DSR class. So basically, this class I don't use very much. I'm not a great sniper, and as you guys know, I don't really like sniping. I don't really think it's very. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to offend anybody, but I just don't like it. So I have this on though in case other people are doing it, and like we've played games where it's just a full sniping team, and the only way to counter a sniper is with a sniper. So I hardly ever use this class, but sometimes I do. I do not run Overkill on it because I think Overkill is very overpowered, and I'm hoping they ban it, so then I just won't have to get used to it. But yeah, I use Ballistics and the FMJ. If I really like wanted this class to be better, if you want this class to be better, I would definitely recommend instead of FMJ using Dual Band. But you know, sometimes I don't really think that I need Dual Band personally, but it definitely is the better option. I use the B-23 as my secondary, obviously, because it's the best secondary of the game at the moment. I use a grenade because this is a great class for getting into spots where you can throw nades. That's why I have Extreme Conditioning and Lightweight on it. And then Dead Silence is kind of a necessity. So that wraps up the SnD classes. Let's move on to the Hardpoint classes. So, Class 1, I have my AN94 class with Reflex, Adjustable Stock, and Full Metal Jacket. Very similar, identical actually, to the Search and Destroy class set and this Capture the Flag class set with the AN94. This is just my standard setup for the AN94. I feel like with FMJ, stopping power through walls is just ridiculous, and so it's definitely the way to go. Flak Jacket, Toughness, and Tactical Mass. This is a very protective class, if you haven't understood that yet. This is not, you know, this is kind of being close to the hill, but it's not. You're not going to be in the hill with this class. You're going to be guarding cutoffs, or, you know, maybe you're close to being in the hill. But, or you know, you can even be in the hill, but what I like to do is I like to throw one trophy system in the hill to help my buddies and then throw one near me so I don't get stunned or grenaded. And even if I do, I have Flak Jacket and Tac Mask, and I like to just hold down the spawns and go to work. Alright, class number 2, I have the M8A1 with Reflex Sight, Adjustable Stock, the B23, Lightweight, Flak Jacket, Toughness, Tactical Mass, and an EMP Grenade. So, basically, this class is very similar, except Lightweight and Flak Jacket. The reason why I have Lightweight and Hardpoint is because if I can get to the Hardpoint before the other team, you know, I can pick them off. So, like, this is a class that I will use on the opening of a raid where, you know, everybody rushes for the ring Hardpoint, and you can kind of just go and take them out, or you can rush Kitchen with this, and if you spawn at Garage, you can rush Kitchen, and you can just take them out. And then, like, Standoff as well. When you're rushing for that first hard point, you can shoot people across mid-street. And then the EMP grenade's great because, like, For example, if I'm on standoff, I will throw the EMP to where I know they're coming from, and it will stop them in mid-sprint, which gives me a little time advantage, as well as, you know, they'll have no radar, so they won't really, you know, people who I'm not directly shooting at aren't going to know where I am located. My third class is the MSMC with extended clip. In this particular instance, I do not use long barrel, and the reason for that is this is like an infiltration class. This class is used to get in the hardpoint and stay in the hardpoint. So, you know, I'm going to be dealing with enemies that are very, very close range where long barrel would not make a difference whatsoever. So I use lightweight, flak jacket, toughness, extreme conditioning, and tac mask with a concussion. So, like, I'll be rushing for raid hardpoint, and I'll just throw the concussion on the other side of the ring hardpoint. It'll stun people. I can get in, I can get my 200 bonus, and I prone out and wait. You know, if I get stunned, it's going to go away quickly. I will not get naded out of my spot. You know, I'm not going to lose a gunfight because of lack of toughness, and I'm going to get there quickly with extreme conditioning and tac mask. This is my fourth class. This is a more aggressive SMG. This is, you know, you can be in the hardpoint with this for sure. You know, you can also flank around the hardpoint. As you can see, I have dexterity on my Scorpion Evo class because it's really good for getting into like top grandmas, because you can just, you know, hop up all those things so quickly and not get pinched by any snipers or anything like that. I have long barrel and extended clip. Again, these are just very good attachments for the Scorpion. Secondary, I'm running the B23. I don't have a camo on this. What the heck, DJ? But I'm running the B23 and EMP for similar reasons as why I have one on my M8 class. And then lightweight and toughness, just because, you know, obviously those are perks that I recommend on any class. And my last class, this is only for 2 hills in the game. This is for Church on Yemen, and this is also for what is it? Bottom Red on Standoff. Those are the only 2 hills that I will ever use this class on, and sometimes I don't even use it. It's just a shotgun class. Toughness is not necessary on shotguns. Obviously, you're not aiming down sight a lot, and even if you are, view kick isn't a factor. So I really don't recommend using toughness. Instead, I like to use long barrel, laser sight, B23, extreme conditioning, dexterity, lightweight, and flak jackets. You know, I get there quick, I can mantle things quick, I pull up my gun quick, and you know, I can't die from nades. Now, if you do not want to take damage from, let's say, or I'm sorry, not damage, you don't want to get stunned, you can replace dexterity with tac mask, but I would not replace extreme conditioning, for this is getting inside the hill and staying inside. Alright, that concludes the hardpoint section. Moving on to the CTF section, and if you guys are, I'm so sorry if you guys are like waiting just for CTF and it's 12 minutes into the video now. I really do apologize. So, starting off with the CTF, as you can see, my AN94 class is exactly the same as Hardpoint. The reason for this is just a great class, you know. This is for playing defense. You know, I can play mid-map with this, I can throw trophies down, I can just lock down the spawns, make sure they can't get past me. It's just a great class to have, and, you know, I can't really say any more on it. Now, CTF is exactly the same as Hardpoint 2 for the M8. You know, this is for starting routes. I can rush kitchen, you know, get a man or 2 down, and we can make a pull in the first 30 seconds. You know, this is what this class is for. Locking down mid-map, getting pickoffs, making sure that your person's covered, your runner's covered. It's just a great class, and I highly recommend it. Okay, this... I don't know what I was trying to do there. This class, my MSMC class, is a little bit different. So I have fast mags on this class, which I will explain in a second. I got lightweight, flak jacket, toughness, extreme conditioning, tac mask, and a smoke. Obviously, this is my runner's class. So when you're running, you know, you are going to encounter a gunfight, most likely, you know. It may be 1, maybe 2, but what you're going to need to do is you need to be accurate, obviously. But, you know, reloads will kill you. You know, it's less time sprinting, more time for people to catch up for you, more time you're vulnerable. So fast mags is super helpful, and, you know, I always find it is. You know, you can kill a person, reload in like 0.1, or not 0.1, 1.0 seconds or whatever it is with the MSMC, and it's great. So tactical, the reason I run smoke grenade is because I can smoke the flag when I'm about to grab it. I can smoke, you know, like... I'll smoke open stairs all the time on raid, and I'll just like run down by poolside. I'll just smoke it so they can't pick me off from mid-map. It's just a great tool, and once you learn how to use it, you know, it'll win you games for sure. And This class is identical to this one, except the only change is I replaced Tac Mask for Hardwire. Now this is for teams who are all running EMPs. You know, you run into those teams who just all spam EMPs and don't use any like concussions. So in that case, just use this class and don't use this class. And then my last class is a more aggressive, you know, SMG class. This is basically for escorting. I don't know why I said it like that. Escorting. Oh man, I'm losing it. But it's for escorting the runner. You can run with them, but you know, you're not going to be as fast. You're not going to be able to live through as much crap. And you have a smoke also because, like, you know, if they use theirs, you can smoke mid-stairs, or you can smoke the flag for them. You can do one of the two. You can just break cutoffs, and you know, if they lose a gunfight, you can probably win it and then pick up the flag, and you're still highly mobile, so you'll be able to get to your flag and score the point. If you don't suck. No, I'm just kidding. I do that I fail all the time. But yeah, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope these classes are a little bit more up to date. Well, I know they're up to date, but I hope they're more. You have more luck with them. If we could get like, I'm predicting in my mind, if we could get like even 1,000 views on this video in like 2 months, that'd be awesome. So I don't know why I just said that, but yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for 800.